Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about a bag that I absolutely love, and I was very disappointed when Coach Outlets decided to discontinue this bag. I have no idea why. It wasn't out for all that long, but to me it's one of the nicest bags they ever came out with. What bag is that? Stay tuned. If you watched my Bags Are Our Friends video, you may have gotten a glimpse of this bag and maybe have an idea of what the subject matter is on this video. Today I'm going to talk about the Coach Jude. I have the strap off of this on purpose because I'm going to show you something, but this is it in tan. And then I also have it, I think this was called wine, but I'm not positive. They're gorgeous bags. Very equestrian vibe. Doesn't it remind you a bit of a horse's feed sack? On the back is a nice big zipper compartment. Your cell phone will easily fit in there because it's plenty deep. It goes all the way past even where this line is, where they added this piece of leather. Doesn't have any feet, but the leather on this particular one is extremely durable. I've carried this one a lot. I haven't carried the wine color as much, but it would be very easy to put some of those magnetic feet on the bottom if you really wanted it. I don't know that it would be necessary. The reason I wanted to leave the strap off of this one was because I wanted to show you it's very reminiscent to some of the older Coach bags, the ones that were really popular in the late 1990s and early 2000s, as to how the strap attaches. We've got no spring release clasp. It's just a regular strap that hooks through. The main difference from those older versions is the way the strap is finished. Now they use glazing on the edges, where a lot of those older ones, they've actually taken a thinner piece of leather and brought it up around the edge and stitched it down. Did add some bulk, so that might be why they got away from that. And of course, I'm sure this is probably a whole heck of a lot easier to do with just the glazing on the edge. But on the setting that I have it on, it makes a great shoulder bag or even a crossbody. This was the setting that it was on when I tried it on at the store, and I was really impressed with how well it, fit. It's a nice deep bag, so there's a lot of space for all of your stuff. It's not heavy. That's one of the other things. This leather though, I wish Coach would make a whole lot more stuff out of this tan leather. I think it's beautiful. Love this finish on the sides. It just has a really old Coach vibe to me. Even has the hook on the side, so you can put your hang tag, or if you want to put something else on there with the hang tag, or just have a charm hanging there. You've got lots of options on how to style it. I'm going to show you a little more of the wine color. Now it's more of a pebble grain leather, where the tan is a smooth leather, but it's really, this is a beautiful piece of leather as well. It's very soft. It's got a nice motion. What I love about this bag, especially the tan one, is you get it in and you put it on, and this whole top just sort of like sags down, just like you want a hobo bag to do. And that was what they called this. This was the Jude hobo satchel, I think is what they called it. I'm not sure, but they had it in all kinds of colors. There were these two. I think it was available in what they call stone, I believe, and they had it in black. They had it in their signature print in several different color combinations. There was one that was that dark walnut color with the black. There was the traditional khaki with a lighter tan. The last time I saw any Jude bags released was in the denim release earlier this year, when they did the release of all the jacquard again, that, sort of like the rerun of last year's jacquard, only a lighter shade. And those sold out super fast. And next thing I know, all of the Judes were gone and there was nothing else. And there hasn't been one since. So that makes me figure they're not going to carry it anymore. prices on the secondary market for these are going for quite a bit more than what they sold for. I paid $159 for each of these bags, which I thought was very, very reasonable for an all leather bag. Even the girls at the outlet store where I bought them said it's probably one of the best deals that Coach has ever had on one of their bags, as far as the style, the quality of the leather, the craftsmanship, the whole thing. And I don't know, maybe it'll show up again. It has a whole zipper on the top, so it, you know, and it glides very nicely. And then of course we've got this back pocket here, just like on the other one. So I'm just mad because I probably would have gotten one more in another color. Maybe if I feel like spending a lot of money on the secondary market for one, but not really, since I know what they ran when they first came out. So I don't know. But my question is, why, Coach? Why do you discontinue something that is such a classic design? It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm getting kind of tired of the revolving door syndrome that seems to be affecting the Coach products. They're more focused on the hype instead of making sure that people have products available at all times in their stores. You know, to me, having to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and checking a website and hoping that what I wanted isn't sold out is not any fun. I just want to go shopping. I know, you know, what the styles are going to be like, and now you never know what's going to be there. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just old and grumpy, but I think a lot of us are feeling that way right now about Coach. And then when they just up and discontinue something like this, I'm kind of concerned right now about the city tote. Seems like we're seeing fewer and fewer of those in the recent releases, and it's a great bag too. It's kind of like a staple one, unless they're going to replace it with something better, I hope, if that's what happens. But it's hard to say. I'm still trying to figure out what Coach is doing, and I really got puzzled whenever they decided to discontinue this bag, because it's definitely one of my favorite styles they've ever made. Did you get a Coach, Jude, when they were out? What color did you get if you did? Do you remember this bag in the outlets? Be curious to hear or read the comments. I guess not hear. Read the comments and see what, you know, everybody thinks, because I don't know. I don't understand. I would say this bag is every bit as nice as something that they sell in their retail stores. Maybe that was the problem. Maybe it was too nice for outlet. Who knows? Anyhow, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. And if you would like to subscribe, I would also appreciate that every bit as much. And I hope everyone has a wonderful day.